Else, he's so fancy with that slow turn. What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here, back finally with another bench video, the bench review. I'm slowly transitioning this channel into a bench review channel. Quickly before I get into the topic today, which is all about strength over abs, what that really means, and essentially if you want the short summary, the ideal body fat percentage to be aesthetic will be different, in my opinion, than the ideal body fat percentage to be strong. Back to the bench review, however. This one, honestly, it's double wide house. It's very solid. It's been made in probably the last 15 years. I don't know what the wood is. Feels probably like birch, but it's in loving memory of someone, which just honestly tugs at my heartstrings. I'm a little softy at heart. 10 out of 10. I'm giving it a 10. No, I know you're not supposed to give 10s easily. You should always leave room to improvement. 10 out of 10 this bench. Let's move on. Strength over abs. What I mean when I say this, what I mean with the title of this video. I've been thinking about this for a while, especially now in the last 6-7 months where my strength has been returning and I'm shortly going to eclipse my previous strength levels. I recently just hit that 365-pound bench press, the touch and go bench press, paleo raw, so no wrist wraps, no belt, none of those things. At deadlifts going great, squats, all the strength movements are really happening for me. But at the same time, I see a lot of people asking questions. You know, I wear t-shirts, I'm not wearing stringers, still got the old ass chest, don't worry about it. But they wonder about how lean should you be when it comes to getting strong, what should you look like, how you should train. And when I say abs, it's kind of a catch-all phrase to talk about aesthetics in general. And really, there's that intermediate phase, and if we draw kind of almost like a Venn diagram, there is that intersection between being lean and getting stronger. I am not at all, when I say strength over abs, I'm not saying at all, get fat, get obese, go on a dirty bulk, a bulk, right? A forever bulk where you just lose yourself. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that ideal amount of body fat percentage you should be to be very lean. So I'd say sub 11% body fat, somewhere along those lines. As a natural lifter, it's hard to maintain. So if you're 8% body fat, which probably most of us would feel is around the most aesthetic body fat percentage, somewhere around those lines, sub 10%. It's hard to maintain, which means you have to be in a caloric deficit. Probably means you have to be doing extra cardiovascular work, which just is a little bit more taxing on your body. Because you're not eating enough to fuel your body for performance, it's harder to put in a more intense session in the gym. You do that week after week, month after month. Being at that body fat percentage is harder then to get stronger. So when I say strength over abs, what I'm saying as an individual, as a lifter, you need to make that choice. For myself, I leaned down last year. I got to the body fat percentage that I wanted to, around 10, 11%, something that I thought was fairly lean. I was happy, I was proud of it, and then I went on this lean mass phase. So when it comes to strength, I think one of the key components that people don't talk about often enough, and again, we're talking about natural individuals, is you need to be in a caloric surplus. You need to be allowing your body to eat sufficient nutrients to recover, and this means that you should be eating above maintenance. And to maintain that lean physique year-round, you can't do that. I've spoken to numerous people that compete either when it comes to physique, bodybuilding, but that year-long lean look or being in shape is probably not sustainable if you want to get strong. And that therefore comes at the expense of your abs. And when I say abs, I don't mean completely. Again, we're not talking about having a beer belly. But when I say strength over abs, you have to sacrifice certain things to gain others. You can't have all of them perfectly at once. And so for us that want to pursue strength, want to pursue getting stronger, this is a sacrifice that needs to be made. I'm perfectly comfortable with it. I think some people don't realize this. They'll sometimes cite people, A, that compete in untested, which is no problem whatsoever, but that changes the game quite a bit where they are fairly lean, or they'll cite also lighter weight classes. And so I think that's a relative body weight thing then that we're talking about. If someone's leaner, they want to be more competitive at a weight class. If we talk in the absolute sense, I think being a slightly higher body fat percentage that's healthier for you year round, like I talked about before, between probably 10 to 17%, maybe 18% is that upper limit body fat percentage to get stronger, is better than being much leaner year round. And we can extend this conversation a little bit further in a couple different ways. If we take abs once again to mean overall aesthetics, I think once again that becoming stronger, you have to be more specific. If we take a look at my training over the last several months, honestly, when I've been making a lot of strength gains, it's high frequency of very specific movements. So I squat 4 or 5 times a week. I'm deadlifting twice per week. I'm benching several times per week. Overhead press also several times per week, but it's taking up the majority of my volume. So the volume for the accessory movements is a little bit lower, and that is because I'm focusing all my attention on trying to become stronger. So when we say strength over abs, as a lifter over time, we kind of tend to gravitate towards different things, and sometimes we go through different phases of our life. And what I mean by that is, for 1 year, let's say 2017, this could be a strength year for you, so you want to focus more purely on strength. And I think that's a good idea if you really want to excel at one thing. So let's say becoming stronger or being lean, becoming more aesthetic. You really should focus on that thing. So when I say strength over abs, I made a post about this. It was well received on Facebook. I was talking about this whole concept of strength over abs. I'm not trying to say that just get fat, you should just get fat. I do think you should always eat responsibly. I do think that you should be at least relatively lean, but the whole concept of trying to have abs be super aesthetic and then also get super strong, that can potentially limit you. We only need to look at real world examples in drug tested federations such as the IPF, especially in the higher weight classes once you get above 83 kilos, to see numerous examples of individuals that are definitely above 10 to 11% body fat, and they're doing exceptional jobs at being strong as hell. Anyways, that is all the time we have. Do you agree with what I just said? Strength over abs. Not that that's your choice, but if you want to get strong, that's the choice you need to make. You might be abs over strength. In fact, what the hell are you? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, if you like these bench talking videos, we haven't made one in a few weeks, else I'm going to say it. Like this damn video, give it 4,000 likes, and we'll make another video. That's all the time we have. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.